Okay, friend, why is your deodorant suddenly useless after working for years? If you're over the age of 30-something and can smell yourself through your clothes no matter how much deodorant you apply, your hormones may have changed the game and nobody gave you the rules yet. Now, are you carrying backup deodorant everywhere, applying 3 or more times a day, avoiding hugs because you're not sure how you smell? Here's what's really happening and what a lot of people avoid talking about and feel ashamed of. But you know I ain't. Hormonal changes, especially those after 35, they create a different type of body odor that traditional deodorant just doesn't always handle. Whether you're postpartum like me, perimenopausal, dealing with thyroid issues, hidradenitis suppurativa like me, or just living in a TV show called Hormonal Chaos, I'm going to show you my exact 6-step system that really helped with my body odor problems. And a lot of this is for an affordable price using drugstore products. Ready to stop worrying about how you smell and feel confident again? Let's fix all of that right now. Let me keep it all the way 100 with you. After 30-something for some of us, our hormones are straight up on a roller coaster. Estrogen fluctuations, postpartum recovery, perimenopause, stress, lack of sleep. All of this changes our body chemistry, and it makes us produce different types of sweat. Now, I remember being 6 months postpartum, returning to work and walking into a meeting and feeling like I could smell myself through my blazer. And I was mortified, okay? Even if no one else could smell it. That's when I realized it was time to upgrade my routine again. As y'all know, I like to switch out routines because the old one wasn't gonna cut it anymore. The truth is, hormonal sweat contains different compounds than regular exercise sweat. It's more protein rich, which means the bacteria loves it. Lucky me. That's why you can shower, put on deodorant, and still catch a whiff 2 hours later. But here's what I learned. You can't fight this with the same products that you used in your 20s. You need a system. And for my younger ones, please make sure that you're already building a system so you can prepare yourself. And also, if you figure that this is beyond your control, make sure that you don't hesitate to go see your doctor. First things first, we're going to reset our body's pH. When your hormones are wonky, your skin's natural pH gets thrown off, creating the perfect breeding ground for odor-causing bacteria. I discovered this completely by accident when my gynecologist recommended a pH balance wash for something totally different. And suddenly, my body odor issues really improved dramatically. My picks, I've actually been loving the Arm & Hammer body wash and the Nivea washes. They're about $3 to $5. Even though I rotate others like my good old Castile soap or my Sweet Spot Labs microbiome balancing wash, $12 to $15. This one is gynecologist tested and approved. It's pH balanced, unscented, and sulfate free. It's specifically designed to rebalance your microbiome. And that's exactly what we need when our hormones are throwing everything off. I use these under my underarms, under my breasts, and anywhere where I sweat heavily. And here's a game changer. Whenever I feel like my chemistry is really changing, I do an apple cider vinegar rinse. Mix 1 part ACV with 3 parts water. I apply that to the problem area for about 30 seconds. Then I rinse. I find that it helps to rebalance my skin's pH and kills bacteria that regular soap seems to miss. And now we're going to create an environment where odor-causing bacteria cannot survive. And this is where antimicrobial products become your best friend. And I'm speaking from personal experience. Now, all of my OGs know in my past, I've really dealt with hidradenitis suppurativa heavily in my 20s. That's a skin condition where the hair follicles get blocked and inflamed. And it sometimes can create infections and long-lasting scars in your armpits, your growing, and other areas. Basically, your body becomes a breeding ground for bacteria in the worst places possible. And managing this, even though I don't get it now as much, I realized that regular soap just did not cut it. Now, I know that a lot of people with hidradenitis are told to avoid certain hair removal methods. That's why you have to work with what works best for you and your needs. Hidradenitis does not work the same for everybody. I must say that. But waxing my underarms for me has really worked well for years. And honestly, I saw a lot of relief in my condition when I did that instead of overly using the razor, because I'm a hairy girl. Removing the hair completely helps to eliminate a place where hair grows and bacteria can thrive. And obviously, everyone's skin is different, so you have to do what works for you and not necessarily for me. But it's really helped my routine. Dettol antibacterial soap, I've been talking about it for years. That's been my secret weapon. I love hypoallergenic Cleanse too, but Dettol got my heart. But when I do need to bring out the big guns, Cleanse comes to the rescue. That's around $8 to $10. And Dettol, $2 to $3. Y'all, Cleanse is what some surgeons use before they scrub in for surgeries. It's a medical grade antimicrobial, and it kills 99.9% of bacteria and works for hours after you use it. A little goes a long way, and I promise I've had my one bottle for forever. But you ain't washing down below with it, if you know what I'm talking about. And one of the real secret weapons that no one really talks about is the ordinary glycolic acid. I apply that to my underarms 2 to 3 times a week as a toner. It exfoliates dead skin cells where bacteria hides, and it lowers the pH to prevent bacterial growth. And when I really want a deep clean and a reset, I use my Pacifica Detox underarm scrub. Y'all know it. It's OG over here, $12 to $15. And this is great for when you're switching deodorants or you just need a fresh start or feel like you got a lot of buildup under them arms. And I use this maybe once a week in the shower and definitely before I'm going to do a wax. I feel like it's a clarifier for my underarms, removing the buildup and getting ready for whatever else I'm about to lay under my underarms. It just cleans on a deeper level. Now, what worked for me, because you know we all different, is starting with glycolic acid once a week because it can be strong, but then working up to that every other day mark. These 2 products alone have been really game changing for me, more than any expensive product that I've tried. Now, here's where most women mess up. They think one deodorant should be able to do everything. We're dealing with hormonal chaos. We need a system. But before I get into my layering technique, let's talk about something that's really been awesome for me. Finding the right scents to layer. I've always been one to associate certain fragrances with different phases in my life. Like I got my little boss lady scent for important meetings, something light and fresh for workout recovery, and deeper scents for date nights with my hubby. Now, when my body chemistry changed after having my baby, I realized I had to change my scents up because what had worked for me in the past wasn't necessarily how it worked for my body now in my current chemistry. And that wasn't always in a good way either. And that's actually how I discovered Scentbird. And I have to thank them for sponsoring today's video. When your hormones are fluctuating, instead of dropping $100+ on a bottle that may not work for you, especially when your chemistry is changing, you get those perfect travel size vials. Let me show y'all what I received this month. I got the Toka Layla, and this one I'm obsessed with. It has top notes of freesia and mandarin, and it helps me to smell of sophisticated femininity. It's perfect for date nights or when I want to feel extra special. And then there's the 1111 Vanilla Lake, and that's by Sky with vanilla and bergamot top notes, and I love bergamot. This is my cozy comfort scent. And I also like Navitas Reverie Blanc and the new Us, and it gave me completely different vibes for different occasions. Now, the genius of this system is that you get a 30-day supply to really test it out and see how it works with your body chemistry. Plus, the cases are so cute and portable. I keep one in my purse, one in my gym bag, and it's perfect for discreet touch-ups throughout the day. Nobody gotta know. What I love about Scentbird is that it's affordable and it minimizes your risk. Your first month is only $8 and then less than $17 a month. And their selection is so diverse with over 900 fragrances. Things like Prada, Versace, and Parfums de Marly. And something I've learned that wearing the same fragrance day after day can lead to nose blindness. And you stop noticing your own scent. And that ain't fun. So Scentbird keeps things fresh with a new fragrance every month. If you're interested, scan this QR code or use the link down below and use my code BeautifulBrwnBabyDol. And you're going to get 55% off your first month. And that's just $8 plus free delivery plus a free case. Now back to this layer protection system for your deodorant routine. Whenever I sensed that my chemistry was changing up, this is what I did. My layer 1, antiperspirant at night. During this time, I've been switching up different options, but I'm loving my Arm & Hammer antiperspirant, $3 to $4. And I apply that to completely dry skin before bed. It needs about 6 to 8 hours to work, so application is key. Now layer 2, a morning deodorant for smell control. Now usually I'm doing my workout during the morning, so I don't want to stink. I like my Arm & Hammer Essentials or my Native. And the key here is rotation. I don't let my body get used to one formula. And layer 3, that's the emergency backup. I keep a travel size deodorant like the Arm & Hammer in my purse. It's affordable, effective, and seems to work on clothes if you're having a crisis. Hormonal body odor isn't just about your armpits. When your hormones are fluctuating, you can develop body odor in places you never imagined or dreamed of. Under your breast, your back, and even your feet. And this is where whole body deodorant becomes essential. I use the Lumi or the Mando under my underboob area, between my thighs and even on my feet. It sounds expensive, but the little tubes last forever because you only need a little bit. You don't need to slather your body down. And for my back and chest, I like to use a body spray. The budget-friendly one that you can find at Walmart or anywhere all day long is the Degree Body Spray. I can spray it on after I take a shower, but before I put on clothes. And here's an old school tricks I learned from aunties and grandmas. Burt's Bees dusting powder in your bra and in your shoes. Baby, I also use it under my arms for waxes. It's amazing. And also in between my thighs if I want to keep them from rubbing, because that can cause odor too. It absorbs moisture and prevents bacterial growth. It's around $8 to $10, and I promise I've had the same container forever. Now let's talk about fighting odor from the inside, okay? When your hormones are out of whack, your gut bacteria changes too. And baby, that's affecting how you smell. I learned this from a naturopath, and it was a game changer. Liquid chlorophyll every time. Mary Ruth's has a really nice one, and there's others out there too. Adding 15 drops to your water twice a day is pretty good, or use as directed. I find it to be nature's internal deodorant, so unfunctified. And I noticed the difference when I first started using it within about 2 weeks. Probiotics is also a game changer for women. There's different ones. There's Garden of Life, Renew Life, there's Azo. But when your gut bacteria is balanced, your whole body smells better. This isn't just woo-woo. There's real science behind it. And here's a free tip. Eat more parsley and mint. They naturally deodorize us from the inside. I try to add a little bit to my water and smoothies daily. And just stop eating the junk. Because even the junk, it might taste good, but you ain't gonna smell so good later on. Okay, let's talk about something heavy. Your clothes might be working against you. Synthetic fabrics trap odor and they make body odor worse. Switch to cotton and bamboo undergarments if you can. They're naturally antimicrobial and they help your skin to breathe. Now, I know we ain't shopping too much at these places, if you know what I mean. And some of them starting at just $5 a pack. And for your workout clothes, which I know brings a lot of us grief when it comes to scent, try to look for moisture-wicking fabrics with antimicrobial treatments. Actually, Old Navy has some great options under $15. And here's a laundry hack. Add white vinegar to your rinse cycle. It not only helps to kill bacteria that your regular detergent might miss, it can also help to remove that built-up deodorant residue that builds up odor too. I use about a half a cup for a regular load or 1 cup for a large load. And don't worry, the vinegar smell seems to go away once you dry your clothes. Now, every hormonal woman needs an emergency kit, okay? Ain't gonna be caught out here bad. Mine fits into a small cosmetic bag, and here are the things I try to include. Travel size deodorant, $3 to $5. Antibacterial wipes or deodorant wipes, $2. Burt's Bees dusting powder, maybe put it in a small container. Emergency shirt or camisole. Breath mints, because stress actually affects your breath too. And a little body spray or one of my Scentbird vials. I keep one in my car, at work, and in my gym bag. And these kits have saved me more than 1 million times. And let's talk total investment, because even if money isn't tight, we're all trying to watch our panties right now. A pH balanced wash, about $8. Antibacterial soap breaks down to about $1, especially if you think about how long you keep the container. Glycolic acid toner, $7 to $9. Arm & Hammer antiperspirant, about $4. Regular deodorant, about $3 to $6. Whole body spray, about $6. Chlorophyll, about $10. And Burt's Bees dusting powder, $8. Now that's under $60 for a complete system that's gonna last you a bit. I'd say if you're using it wisely, 2 to 3 months. Now compare that to one expensive natural deodorant that doesn't work. So let me save you some money and some heartbreak. Now this is just from my experience, okay? Don't get your panties in a bunch. Crystal deodorant, useless for hormonal odor. Most natural deodorants under $10. They're usually not strong enough. Perfume to cover odor. Ooh, baby, you just creating a strong smell. And baking soda deodorants, if you have sensitive skin, they'll burn you. I wasted about $200 or more trying these solutions. And that was before I figured out what actually worked for me. Y'all know I've always been on the hunt and open about trying different things. Now, if you've tried everything and you're still struggling with severe body odor, especially if it's suddenly accompanied by other symptoms, please see your doctor. Sometimes hormonal changes indicate underlying health issues that haven't been dealt with properly yet. And there is no shame in getting help. Your body is going through changes, and sometimes that means needing medical support in order to figure out how to make sure that it's functioning at its best and that you feel like yourself. So y'all, hormonal body odor is real, but it does not have to control your life. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars or even feel embarrassed. With the right system and your budget-friendly solutions, you can feel confident and fresh all day long. Also, I want to mention, make sure that you go to get your blood test done, boo. Check out all the hormones and all the other body functions in your body to see what's actually going on if you're really questioning what's happening with you. I have a whole video I did on my hormonal difficulties and some of the things I found out. So if you want to find out about those tests, check out the video after this one. Now drop a comment and let me know which one of these tips that you're going to use or incorporate into your day. And make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. And make sure you come back to join me weekly for the things we need to discuss that everybody might know about, but they might not feel comfortable talking about. You got this. Now go handle your business with confidence. Dr. Nina signing out. Peace.